Norwich City versus Luton Town. Norwich come into this game having won 5 on the bounce against Stoke, Coventry, Rotherham, Birmingham and Wickham. Meanwhile, Nathan Jones' Luton have won their last 2 games in the Championship against Sheffield Wednesday and Nottingham Forest. In the last encounter between these two sides, it was Luton who came out on top with a 3-1 win. Hello guys and welcome back to another video on my channel. Now today I'm going to give you guys my thoughts about this game. But before I give you guys my thoughts, here are a few match facts which you guys need to know. Well, currently both teams in the league, well, Norwich are currently first, where Luton are currently 13th. The last game which Norwich played was against Brentford. They got a very good 1-0 home win against them, whereas Luton got a very good away win against Nottingham Forest, which was 1-0. When was the last time Luton and Norwich played each other? Well, it was last year and Luton got a 3-1 home win. Moving on to the talking points about this game, we have to talk about the last game where Luton won 3-1 at home against Norwich. Luton, a very good performance. Yes, Norwich had some key players out injured. That's not Luton's fault. Luton have to play what's in front of them, and they still played a very good side. Norwich still had a very strong defence. Yeah, they had a few key attackers out as well, but Luton can't do nothing about that. Luton were clinical on the day, created loads of chances and got the deserved 3-1 win. The question is though, can Luton do it away from home against Norwich, where they've got their key players back? With Norwich having those key players back, they are an amazing side, one of the best teams in the league. I predicted them to go up this season. Their squad is good enough to go up. They play attractive football. Their recruitment process is amazing at the club as well. And yeah, I'm not surprised to see them at the top of the Championship. At this moment in time, Norwich are playing very good football. They're on a very good run. Can Luton be the team to stop that? I'm not too sure. If Luton play positive, then there's a good chance that run by Norwich could be ended. Who knows what could happen on Saturday. But if we just look at Norwich's attack quickly, it's one of the best in the league. Buendia, for me, should be playing in the Premier League. Pukki is a hard-working striker who scores so many goals at this level. Their defence as well is good. Like, Krul is a very good goalkeeper at this level. They've got so many good players, and I just wish we had some of those players at Luton, really. With Norwich being top of the Championship, they want to keep that momentum. They want to keep winning games. So there's not going to be any surprises in this one. They are going to go for it. They want the 3 points. They are at home. As expected, the home side will always go for it. So Luton, just like they did against Nottingham Forest, need to defend very well. Otherwise, Norwich could score a few goals. The next question is, what system will Nathan Jones play? Will he play a positive system or will he play a negative system? I personally highly recommend Nathan Jones to play a positive way. It doesn't matter what system we are going to play, Norwich will always attack us. So why don't we take advantage of them trying to attack us and maybe try and counter-attack them and just play with that freedom, you know. Norwich are going to win promotion in my eyes, so there's no shame in them beating Luton 3 or 4-0. There's no shame in that because they're going to be playing in the Premier League next year. But I feel like Luton should be able to try and counter, just play positive, play with a little bit of freedom. And that's where I think Luton are at their best. And we saw that against Nottingham Forest. We had that little bit of freedom. We played positive and we got the result. I'm not saying we're going to get a result against Norwich playing exactly that way, but there's a good chance that we could. So why don't we just do that and just give it a go against a very good side? I know we've got a very good record against Norwich since 2007. Can we keep that up? To be fair, I can see Nathan Jones playing the same lineup that played against Nottingham Forest, and that second half performance, he did change the system, so maybe he will go with a 4-3-3 in this game against Norwich. I just hope he does. There's no point playing 5 at the back in my eyes. And the last talking point is Norwich had the second best home form in the Championship. That's where they get majority of their points. They've also got a very good away record, in fact. They're just a very good team. Luton's away record has actually improved in recent weeks. It's now the 15th best in the Championship. How are both teams going to get a result in this game? Well, let's talk about how Norwich could score in this game. Well, Norwich are not really that type of team to play the ball out wide and put crosses into the box because Pukki's not that type of striker. They want to get the ball in behind the defence. So Luton need to watch out for through balls in behind, as that's something which Norwich will constantly try and do throughout the game. So whoever are the centre-backs, they need to be careful with Pukki because Pukki is very quick, very hard-working, and he's dangerous. If Luton can keep Pukki quiet, then that's a very good job by the Luton defence. But we need to try and prevent that ball getting in behind the defence. And another good way which Norwich love to score is through counter-attacks, which is something Luton struggle to obviously defend against. Although I'm talking about Luton attacking Norwich, that could leave a few gaps in behind the defence, which Norwich could exploit. They are going to get chances. There's no way that Luton are going to prevent that from happening. And if we do, then fair play, but they are going to get chances. They're at home. You know, with that squad, with that quality, if they don't get chances, then there's a few problems there, but they will. So Luton should just go for it. And, you know, it's quite hard. Do you attack them or do you defend against them? You know, just manage the game correctly. You know, when you're on top, attack them. When you're not on top, obviously hold your own and try and stay in the game. How do I think Luton will score against Norwich? Now, in the last game, we done quite well against them through set pieces. And I do think that is an area which Norwich struggle with, you know, aerial battle. So maybe put the ball into the box to Adebayo, which we all know is a handful against Championship defenders. So if we can do that, that could be an area which Luton try out and score from. Or, like I said, set pieces. They're not the best at defending against them. So can Luton exploit Norwich in that area? Every team has a weakness, so can we exploit that weakness in Norwich? And finally, another way which I think Luton could potentially score from is through long shots. Now, if they've got time and space outside the area, you know, have a go. You're not going to get hated for trying to score a goal from outside. Well, if you hit it in row Z, then yeah, you're going to get a few people moan about that. If you get it on target, then that's positive. That's being positive and trying to score. So hopefully Luton try and exploit Norwich in that sense. Lastly, what is my score prediction for this game? I am going to go with a Norwich 2-0 win. I just think their squad, the quality within that squad is just too good for Luton to handle. Hopefully I get proven wrong. Hopefully Luton do like a Coventry and just make things very hard for Norwich and try and get a result away from home. We like to play against teams who play football, so this is a perfect game for Luton, really. You know, you've got one of the best teams in the Championship who play attractive football. So can Luton get a result away from home? It will surprise plenty of Championship supporters if Luton could get a result away from home against Norwich. But I just don't think it's going to happen. Hopefully Luton do play positive. I think the aim for Luton is to try not to get beat 3 or 4-0 really in this game. So there you have it, guys. That is the end of the match preview. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Drop a like on the match preview if you did. Comment below your score predictions and your predicted lineups that you would play against Norwich. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Don't forget to follow me across all my social media if you haven't done already. And I'll see you guys in the next video.